Welcome to Bikini Bottom Radio.
All right, let's start this train.
Okay.
All right. Hey everyone, this is Robert,
Oh, this is Anthony.
This is Jenny.
and welcome to Bikini Bottom Radio. We're recording again somehow, and today we're talking about season 1, episode
10A.
10A. Thank you. Culture shock. And I want to say real quick, literally, excuse me, literally 2 minutes before we started recording this episode, I understood the title. I actually got the title.
That's true. I can vouch.
You get what the title is, Anthony? I want to see if you can guess before I blow your mind here.
No, I don't get the title.
It's culture shock because Squidward's trying to bring culture
To Bikini
to
Bottom.
Bikini Bottom.
Oh, okay.
They're also Bikini Bottomites.
Uncultured.
Doesn't have culture in his tennis shoes or something, whatever the saying was.
He has, what was it? He only has culture in his tennis shoes.
That's
or
what it was,
something like
yeah.
that.
Such a weird line, but yeah. All right. So should we actually get started then?
Yeah, I thought we already
Yeah.
were.
Okay, cool. I'm derailing things as I try to get them going. Sounds about right.
I can vouch for that. It's the truth.
So title card. I like the tikis in the background. I just think they look rad. And then the actual episode starts. I like how as they're all bored looking around, like Squidward opens a magazine. There's just real ballet people, like two humans
Yeah.
that he imagines his face onto.
He imagines his face onto the one person.
Yeah, onto
The guy.
on the guy in the.
In like a white leotard.
Have you ever been to a place like that where the moment you walk in, they're like way overly excited to get a customer?
I actually have in my notes that's one of my worst fears because I don't like being paid attention to in establishments.
Yeah, for real.
I have since I work weird hours, I would take my lunch at I don't know, like 7
Uh-huh.
or either at 3 or 7, just depending on when I was working with my clients. And so I'd come in and be right before lunch or right after lunch. So sometimes I'd go to a restaurant and there would just be everyone would be like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" Just very
I just want to put my
overly
headphones in and
excited.
not think.
Yeah, but sometimes people were cool, especially because it was oh, I'm just a girl by herself eating lunch. I remember I went to Chili's once, and the waiter knew I wanted pink lemonade or strawberry lemonade, but I couldn't I didn't want to pay for it. But he brought me a free one. He was like, "It's water," and I was like, "Oh,
Nice.
cool." Or I'm vegetarian, so I went to a burger place, and I was like, "Oh, do you clean the grill before you make burgers?" And they were like, "No." But she's like, "But since someone's here, we can clean it for you and then make the veggie
Ooh.
burger." And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Okay.
I think it's fun.
There's benefits for sure then.
Yeah, so it should be a fear. It's fun when they're
I just don't
building over you.
Whenever I walk into a store and there's not a lot of people in there, I just feel like people are watching me. It's like, better not steal anything. I'm like, I'm not going to steal anything. I wasn't planning on it. And then I've actually been accused of shoplifting before, and it is my nightmare.
Oh,
That
you've
was
been
funny.
accused? I've
Yeah.
definitely been followed, but never been outright accused.
Oh yeah, no, I have these precise rolling ball pilot pens that I like to use. They're just good for writing notes down in notebooks.
It's
and
a
sketching.
pen, so
It's just a pen.
They're good for using as a pen.
Yes, thank
Is it a G3?
you. It's the V7 actually.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I was in college and I remember finding them in the campus store my freshman year, so I would go and buy them if I ever ran out.
Mhm.
And my junior year or senior year, actually, I walk in, I have the empty pen in my pocket, and I'm bringing it out to make sure I have the right one, and they just don't have the pen. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I put the pen that's empty in my pocket, walk out, go to the bathroom on the way to the bus stop, and then as I'm coming out, two people, like some woman manager and a student my age are like, excuse me, were you just in this campus store? I'm like, yes. And she's just like, you shoplifted. And I'm like, what? So, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I could tell they were just as flustered and maybe nervous to confront me because I was a potential shoplifter. And I was a guy who was taller than both of them, and I'm the least threatening person that I know, so
That's
it's
a
funny
fact.
to me. But like, you know, I had to like explain what happened. I was like,
Oh,
I wanted to buy this pen in my pocket. They're like, we saw you put something in your pocket on the like, you know,
you're like, here, why don't you go try writing with this pen?
and yeah, I was like, it's empty. Look, and you can literally like see the ink is empty in the pen. They're like, okay, well, we still have to file an incident report and like clear you, and like we'll get back to you tomorrow. And I told Jenny, she was like, call them now and like get this sorted out, because that's the dumbest thing. Like, you should have demanded immediately. Like, no, I didn't steal this pen. And then I called them back, and they're like, oh yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Way to make you feel like the the perpetrator. Like, Jesus,
I was a
like
victim.
they made a mistake. Yeah, they made a mistake. Wow.
For a pen they didn't even sell anymore. It wasn't even like all the where they kept the pens, everything was full. So like it's not even like, oh, the pen I wanted was out of stock, but they actually had, like, no, they just didn't have the pen anymore. You know what?
If you do your job, then maybe you would know that when you looked at the pen lady. Come on.
So
Anyway, my fear when walking into empty establishments is that like someone's gonna be like, you crime committer.
Thief.
yeah. And then when you try to act less suspicious, you end up being more suspicious.
Oh, for
That was
sure.
the other thing. I was like, I need to be nonchalant, but like I was being so chalant.
When I was in high school, well, even after high school, like years after, before I had my first car, I would always skate around everywhere, and just the act of carrying a skateboard
Oh yeah,
anywhere,
you're such a
like,
ruffian.
instant following me. Like, I would go visit my mom at her work, which I also worked at. I would just visit her on the days I was off.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
and like I would walk up and the security guards would follow me, and I'd be like, "You good?" And they're like, "Just making sure you're not stealing anything." It's like, from
Just
what? A
flash your
government
badge
building? Like, what am I gonna
man,
steal?
Ugh.
Yeah, like straight up front. And I was like, "Okay, dude." Like, jeez. But yeah, it's just like it's perception, and I mean, probably 9 times out of 10, it was probably kids causing trouble because they loved skating down this parking garage because it had this like spiral in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
I get it, but come on. Anyway.
Anthony, I know you. You're the second least threatening person I've ever met.
Oh God, I cower in the face of any adversity.
Oh, gosh.
Oh boy.
I watched this. We were supposed to record last week, so I watched like half of it this last week and half of it this week. So I have a free pair of socks would be dope. What does that mean?
Oh my
I
gosh,
forget.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me run through what happens in the episode.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to go through it?
Oh, we could just go through it together.
Okay. So yeah, everyone's super bored. SpongeBob is like targeting dust on like a clean thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs is
As
like
it falls.
as it falls. I love the faces he makes during that. Mr. Krabs, I have what will face. When Mr. Krabs is like, if a free salad bar doesn't bring someone else, what will? And I guess he makes a funny face. I have that in my notes.
I'm like, gotta love a free salad bar.
Yeah.
That would bring me in.
Let's see. The dude walks in to get change for the payphone, which I noted as a very dated
Reference.
Very.
dated thing. And then he leaves a penny change that
Mr. Krabs just jacks from SpongeBob.
It's his
Ah,
tip
he
money.
yells.
He breaks his table, which
Worth
is
more than a penny.
more than a penny, to get the penny. And like, freaking. I mean, he's Mr. Krabs. That's what he do.
And then Anthony, to get to your note, because I also had that like a note at free socks are awesome.
Mhm.
They're like, how do we drum up business? And SpongeBob's like, we could do free pair of socks with
With
every
every
order.
purchase, yeah.
Mouthful of clams day. Come in with a mouthful of clams, get a free drink, which I didn't like. But
yeah, I'm like, where do you keep those clams? And also, were the clams alive? Because we've definitely seen like
They were-
clams being like sentient live
they were
Ooh.
clamping onto his
creatures.
tongue, Jenny.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Makes me
Mouthful of Spiders Day here at McDonald's.
That's exactly what it would be.
Yeah.
As sponsored by Billie Eilish.
I was gonna say Billie Eilish would love that, but have you seen her
You should see me in
See
a
Me
crown
in a
video.
Crown video? Yeah.
I don't. Is that the animated one?
No.
It's just like her with a crown, and then there's just a bunch of different spiders crawling all over, and at one part she has like a spider come out of her mouth.
Oh no!
Just like
Yeah.
different species of spiders making webs and crawling and being
Two things.
scary.
Yeah, two things about that video. One, it's in vertical format, like it's meant to be watched on your phone without turning it over.
Weird.
And that was when I saw that for the first time. I was like, I'm officially not the target demo for popular music anymore. That's fine. I'm just aware of it. And the other one was I saw in an interview where they were like, so about the spiders, she's like, oh yeah, they love like dark, damp places. So like it was super happy in my mouth, and it was just fun to like do that. And I'm like, ugh, I hate it.
Really, I heard that like.
That's what she said, at least.
I mean, I've like, because, that whole thing of like, oh, you eat spiders every year, like 8 spiders every year. I heard a thing where it was like, spiders stay away from your mouth because there's too much like movement and breathing, and they don't like that.
I mean, but that was like that's a house spider versus like she had a tarantula crawling out of her mouth.
Oh, bro.
They live in, so like,
that's true.
Because I think she had like daddy long legs crawling over her arms.
And she had some like spider that had like yellow marks on it, I think, and then she had like tarantulas.
Can you get like defanged animals? Like
I don't know if you can defang tarantulas because that's
right?
They're not poisonous though.
I mean, it would hurt to get bit by one, I'm sure, but
I don't even know if they really bite. I mean, their defense mechanism is their hair. Like they shut off their hair, and like one hair could choke a cougar. Like I remember
right.
Book about him. So like I think that's more like obviously they have fangs.
As long as Billie Eilish isn't threatening to that tarantula, she's fine.
Yeah, like I don't think they really bite that much. That's why people have them as pets. My old roommate got one as a pet. Luckily, after she moved out from our tiny little 3-person dorm that was like 12 by 12 feet.
College.
Yeah, but
I don't hate tarantulas. Like, I don't hate spiders in general, but if I could stay away from them in person, that would be fine.
I mean, they do a public
not out of my mouth.
I'm like, you.
Hopefully.
I'm like, you stay where I can't see you. I'll stay where I don't hurt you, and then we have like a mutually beneficial relationship.
Like exactly.
You're gonna go outside if I can catch you. If not, sorry. Sometimes it's a vacuum cleaner if it's an emergency. But I always try to catch them first because just
like if it's an aggressive spider, I'm like, you just assign your death wish. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a black widow or a brown widow,
like something that will actually hurt me.
We had those at our house, brown widows and black widows.
Ooh.
And like I'm just like we didn't mess with those, but like other like wolf spiders or like daddy long legs, whatever, those would just be relocated.
Like. One year when my family was pulling out the Christmas decorations, we had this tree stand, like a plastic tree stand that had like basically been used every single year, and we left it on the side of the house at the end of last Christmas. So it just had like a black widow and like all its babies were in there, and like we just threw it out. Like we were just not dealing with this, like not even try to save like, and almost every tree stand we've tried to use since has been trouble and like just not as good. And it was still worth it to throw away that perfectly good tree stand. I'm like, I ain't dealing with this. But we had to do like with something like that when we first moved into our apartment. We slept on like cots, and I had a cot that was just open in my garage, and when we brought it, there was just like 10 spiders that ran out. We were just like sitting there just like watching for spiders and trying to like that was a kill spider situation. Unfortunately,
it was too much to try to catch them all. And like I didn't have a spider catcher or anything because we were just moving in. So I was just like, sorry, there's carpet. We can't see you if you run on the carpet. So we got to just kind of.
Jenny has a special cup that she uses. Yeah. Very handy.
I have like 3, but yeah, they're from Daiso. They're like little takeout container thingies, but they have like, they're clear.
Vacuum sealed tops that you can clip on.
And they're clear so you can actually see if you catch them. So they're like, and they're the perfect size. They're like really wide mouthed, but not too wide where you can't slide paper. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a science.
It's definitely a science. Let's see what else. Let's see. I will say that like I would absolutely go to a restaurant that had a free socks day or deal. Like
absolutely.
A couple years ago, I got like some like Dickies work socks, like the kinds that they like long socks that like start to go up your calf, but like they're meant for like construction workers.
Yeah.
And it was the thing that Tony got everyone those aloe infused socks. Our friend Tony got everyone that we know.
Those are amazing.
Socks.
So nice.
Some of the best gifts I've ever gotten. Like you just don't appreciate it as a child because you're like clothes are dumb. But now I'm like, please keep me warm. I shall not freeze this year in the cold times.
Yeah, my goal in life is to wear a fresh pair of socks every day. Like I want that.
Talked about this.
That's the second time I've mentioned that. I want this.
But no, yeah, like I mean, hey, and that's respectable. There's nothing better than putting on brand new socks.
No.
It's great. Better, I guess. It's up there.
I probably have at least half a year's worth of socks. Just I love socks, and I keep getting those like Star Wars socks, like the Advent calendars. So I've got like 3 or 4 of those just in various like as gifts or from various different things. So like
one year
I have so many socks.
One year Jenny's mom and I both got the same Advent calendar for Jenny as a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So you got double.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, you know, it's
Just socks are good.
I love socks and I love wearing boots. So I love wearing like socks that peek over the boot.
Mhm.
So I've recently gotten to those. So I got like 10 pairs this last year.
So if you're listening and you don't know what to get people for Christmas, just get them socks. It's
Yeah.
great. If they're
It's
an
like a
adult,
universal.
if they're older than college, get them socks. They will appreciate it. I guarantee
Yeah.
this.
Like a pair of active socks. If you know what they like, get them some like character socks. If you don't know what they like, get them aloe socks. Just socks are great.
And it's the thing where it's like, great, now I'm not going to have to deal with new socks once I need them.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see.
SpongeBob's talent when they actually decide to make the
his
the
tap
tap
dancing with
it's pretty cool.
Bubble. It's super. I literally
Yeah.
have that on my notes. Pretty cool talent. Like,
Yeah.
tap dancing SpongeBob, and I was like, dang, Squidward, like, calm down. He's like, is that it, or whatever he says.
and like especially like having seen the rest of the people performing, I'm like, SpongeBob has the most culture out of any of the other acts. Like
He was doing like
that was really.
I
cool.
will say his
It was
Mr.
reminiscent of like Vaudeville. Like it was cool.
Yeah.
What's it, vaudeville?
Vaudeville.
Vaudeville. I always think of Vanderbilt and then combine them. Anyway.
Oh, okay. That's when he says he's got all your cultures in your tennis shoes, which is weird because SpongeBob doesn't wear tennis shoes.
Does he?
No, he doesn't.
It was like these black shoes.
He wears like black, like I don't know,
Shiny
like-
shoes.
yeah, like they're definitely not tennis shoes. Let's see. Mr. Absorbency, that's what it was. Like I thought that was a good talent, but I didn't like how they drew SpongeBob in the parts that were all absorbent.
And they're also Squidward said a line there that he said, "No one's gonna watch you engorge yourself," which is
Yeah, I
very
was
funny because that is now an entire genre on YouTube is
Ooh.
mukbangs where people just eat food
Oh.
and like talk to the camera, and like
Ew.
I don't get it, but I know it's like got millions of views, so I've kind of found that funny. It's like, yeah, they will.
Oh yeah, no, my like the kid who lives with us, you know, he's like 16, 17. Well, not anymore, but at my parents' house. He like, you know, he came in and he was like, "Oh, my friends and I are gonna like go do a mukbang," and I'm like, "What's that?" Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know what it
Can you
was.
can you
Sir?
say that?
Do I need to call someone?
He was like,
Young
"Yeah."
man?
Like, "Are you okay?" He was just like, "Yeah, no, it's gonna be so fun." Like, you know, and he was I think he like showed me a video and I was like, "Oh, I think I saw those," but I like clicked off of it because I thought it was weird and gross and just
'Cause it is.
someone being weird.
Bro,
I mean-
and then there's like a weird crossover between like mukbangs and ASMR, and that is
Yeah.
just
Chewing sound. I hate
horrid.
that.
Horrid.
much.
Yeah.
I don't have the thing where I hear someone chewing and like it hurts me to my core, but it's a gross sound. Like
Mhm.
I don't want that in my ears.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No, I don't get it.
So I
Gross.
will say Squidward is right on that one because I don't know if I'd want to see Mr. Absorbency.
I mean, my thing was, how did he absorb water underwater?
It's goo.
That's
from Goo
true. It's
Lagoon.
probably from Goo Lagoon, which is worse.
But that's just really dense water, so would he have been able to absorb it in the first place? Because then every time he goes to the Goo Lagoon, he would just be super.
Wait, that
They-
would be really
okay.
funny if like they made like realistic SpongeBob. It was just him really like puffed up all the time because he's just constantly absorbing water. It's just-
Right? Well, then he just wouldn't move. He would just sit there and filter feed like a sponge.
How do they
Ew.
feel? Photosynthesis.
Gotta do the legs, Robert. Gotta do the legs.
Of course. Also, I like how Mr. Krabs introduced. He's like, "Hello, I'm Mr. Krabs. I like money."
I like money. Yeah. Just let him on in. And when he finally introduces, was it Pearl? Yeah.
Well, even
it had to have
before
been.
that,
Oh, go
I
on.
want to say like he's like, "With this mop, I shall." Like he gives like a whole speech, and Squidward's just like, "Sure."
Also, his eyes look really creepy when he's doing
They
it.
become like semi
like half
ovals.
domes. Yeah, like half like they're really creepy.
And Patrick laughing at his one joke and then just not stopping.
Also, what's Patrick's tie attached to?
Oh,
Because his bow tie is just like on his skin. It's not like attached to anything, and it's not around his neck. 'Cause there's no like rope strap. Yeah, it's just on. It's like a clip on in the middle of his chest. It's very,
glue.
you know, honestly. It's accurate.
Glue on.
He's a starfish. I don't know. Maybe starfish have vestigial ties that they can sprout when needed. We read all those starfish.
Don't say the
facts
word
about that.
vestigial ties, please.
Ew.
I hate it. I don't like that.
Oh,
Guys,
gosh.
I'm liking Starfish less and less with every Bikini Bottom Radio episode.
Starfish are terrifying.
They're aliens.
Yeah,
Basically.
like they won't stop following prey, and they can like grow new themselves after they're ripped off. They're just so creepy. Ooh.
Ugh.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Oh, my computer just went to sleep mode. Let me unlock that so I make sure.
Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, let me just make sure that.
We're gonna wait for him to open his computer again.
Well, it didn't close.
There it goes.
Okay.
Well, just in case. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
Happens on the Chrome. Happens
True.
here.
So yeah,
Okay.
opening act, Pearl. After Squidward can't even get his last line out.
Living
And-
proof that nepotism is alive and well.
True.
I mean, well, literally, that's how Squidward sold it to Mr. Krabs. Was he was like, imagine Pearl's name in lights. Literally, his name is the only name in lights. But just like imagine.
Oh yeah, that doesn't.
Oh yeah, just imagine though.
And like literally, her name was just Pearl. Like, so she. And like she comes out as a cheerleader, and I'm like, how is cheerleading cultured? More cultured than dancing with a bubble. But
Yeah, it's like a sentient
He
bubble.
had to let that one slide because
Don't mind
it's Mr.
me.
Krabs. Like,
But also I realized, is she always just wearing a cheerleading outfit?
Yes. Yeah, I think she's always wearing that like tutu like thing.
Yeah, and she has a P on it. So I'm like, does she go to a school that starts with like a P or something?
or is
like,
that only for Pearl?
or is it a P for Pearl? Because it definitely looks like a cheerleading outfit.
Yeah, shit. I have for some reason that is this the first time we see Pearl, but it's not though, right? Where did we see Pearl?
No.
It's not. We saw.
With Squeaky Boots. I don't know if that's our first one. What? Oh,
Look
I'm
up what
on.
episode she's introduced.
Oh,
He's literally on the Winky for Pearl, and I'm like, just look up the episode. Yeah, first episode, Squeaky Boots.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, I'm dumb. Literally have the answer one scroll away.
All
Let's see.
good.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Squeaky Boots
that
are
happens. Yeah, she destroys everything. Mr. Krabs
Just
is
wrecks.
like he's flying in the air before all his furniture like gets destroyed.
Wrecked. That's definitely one thing I've noticed about the episode is it's very it doesn't really follow like with the furniture and the size of the Krusty Krab. Like-
Plays with it a lot.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, there's 4 tables, then it'll zoom out and it's like completely full, and then it'll like, do a different angle and it's like really narrow, and now it's really wide, and like, it's dark, now it's light. Like it's very inconsistent with
Yeah.
how the actual Krusty Krab is filmed. And also like, oh, everything's broken, but everyone's fine and everything's not broken. It's just-
Only imagine they had intermissions between every single act based on like the stuff that happened.
They only had 3 acts anyway. Like
Well, we had 4. It's Pearl, then Gary, who
I meant 3 before it's the main event.
the main
I guess.
event. We get poetry readings by Gary.
Yeah.
He has such a way with words.
That's a meme. People
yeah, it
replace his voice or his sounds.
I also like. I bought Jenny as like kind of part of a gag gift for Christmas a couple years ago. That Meow book. It's just a book that says meow as every single word in it.
Mhm.
Like it's meow by Meow Meow, and then the entire book is just the word meow
Over and over.
over and over. It's like a gag.
I'm gonna put it on my coffee table if I ever get one.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have it here in our bookshelf.
Maybe somewhere. I thought I brought it.
You probably have it. In like
I thought you grabbed it and showed it to me a while ago. It's probably.
it might not
somewhere.
be in here.
We're kind of garbage people who are messy, so.
Oh well. But like, I thought of that as if you Google Meow book on Amazon, I'm sure it'll come up. It's got a green cover.
There's also one. Some cats are reading it, so you can find those too because cats are adorable.
Also, I have inclusive or as my note.
Oh, because SpongeBob said, "Should I use Dr. Clean or whatever?" And he goes, "Yes."
Ah, yeah, okay. And then, of course, we have Plankton's magic act. I like how when he like throws his hands up, his wand immediately turns into flowers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he just tries to steal the Krusty Krab or the Krabby Patty.
And then what does he say when he's trying to?
She-hah-kazing.
Yeah, She-hah-kazing, and then he just explodes.
Just nothing happens. He just
Doesn't he say something
busts.
dumb like like what year Magic School wasted or something dumb like that? Did I make that part up?
No idea.
He says
I don't
something
know.
as he walks away.
Maybe.
Here, look up Culture Shock transcript.
Already on it.
Already on it. Let's see. Anthony, do you have any notes on this scene?
The plankton one? No.
Yeah, the plankton part. No?
No.
Here, I'll Control F. Okay, sorry guys. Here we go. He just says, "Well, this stinks," and then just walks away.
Which I just read in the trivia. It says the "Well, this stinks" quote said by Plankton was recycled from the episode Plankton. So
Huh.
Interesting.
they just reused it.
I wonder why that was like the line they reused. Like they couldn't just have him say this stinks. Well, this stinks.
Maybe they didn't have like they literally reused the same audio.
But they had a bunch of other audio from Plankton.
Yeah, like original audio. So
Like She-hah-kazing, he's never said that before.
I feel like they probably, like, as someone who's worked on audio projects before, they just didn't realize that, like, maybe something came out, or they're like, oh, we just had to change the line because of standards and practices, or it just doesn't work. Let's just reuse this pre-existing asset.
yeah, I wouldn't. There's a million things that could have happened.
Let's see. People are booing. They're mad. Mr. Krabs runs to Squidward so fast he has flames behind him.
Love it.
That's he's like, okay, don't worry, main act coming up, and then you get Squidward live
With the flashing lights. His name in lights, not Pearl's.
Yes,
his.
true.
And then balloons fall down, like
before
blue.
he even starts.
And they were blue and pink. I'm like, this looks like a baby gender reveal
it
or
does.
something.
That's true.
So we get all that, and then we get Squidward. It opens Squidward. The crowd is just looking at him, which I have as a meme, just like the audience face as just like blank stares.
But I mean, honestly, his act was very avant-garde. Like
I wouldn't.
I was like, if you're into that and if you know what to expect, it wasn't bad. It's just the people of Bikini Bottom
Are uncultured swine.
Yeah, like
or they don't know culture.
No, yeah, they're uncool. Like
that's what Squid says later.
Yeah, they're not of high society.
Yeah, that's fine.
they would definitely have more fun at a rodeo than say
absolutely
an art exhibit. So
both fun. The big truck's gonna eat the little truck. Let's see. So yeah, he's in front of the Grand Canyon, I guess, and then a bird flies by, like a fake bird, and then it cuts into his techno music, artsy dance. Again, I would love to see something like this. I think people who do performative dance are very talented.
Yeah, no.
But you got to be in the right mood, and you got to know what you're in for.
Of course.
If that's just like I remember one time I was at school, and I think I was with Robert, maybe I was with my friends. We were walking through, we had this big park area in the middle of our town next to the school, and there's these people who were just doing interpretive dance.
I definitely would have remembered this.
Okay, I think it was with my friends then. They were doing interpretive dance in these completely white bodysuits and had a video playing behind them.
No,
and
I was there for this.
Yeah,
this was the weird thing at night.
So.
It was a giant. They turned the entire park area in the middle of Isla Vista, which is the town next to Santa Barbara, into a giant performative exhibit. It was awesome.
But but we weren't expecting it, so it's kind of just what is this? If we knew, here's a here's a interpretive dance, and it's for spring, that's what they're doing, it'd be I know what I'm getting into. But since it's just kind of random, and I was I just want a burrito, it was kind of just what is this?
And then
what's happening?
Then we got burritos, and everything was fine. Yep.
Man, I miss college. Let's see. Salad bar is no longer free. It's worth every penny to throw food at Squidward.
Yeah, I like how Mr. Krabs just $1 salad bar.
Then we get that brutal, it's you people wouldn't know talent if it hit you in the face, and they just no talent. I just have that as brutal, and then SpongeBob just starts killing it by cleaning,
just mopping.
We got to support our hometown heroes.
Hey, I'm liking this. Hey, what's going on? The mumbling, I love.
I love the mumbling when it starts to that's not half bad. Oh, whoa.
And then Squidward comes back. They hate him. That's when we get the audience actually of them being like just staring blankly whenever he comes out.
Like the first time he comes out, his nose is just like sticking straight up.
Yeah, and his
I didn't
face
like
looks
that.
weird.
I
Like
don't like it.
like the first. But then we get into like comparison. He comes out a couple times, and then he's just his hand, SpongeBob's hand. Like we get the comparison meme. That's a meme.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah, where everyone's cheering.
Then we get Squidward trying to mop, and he gets, I think, pelted again or something, and then
He gets like one tomato on his face.
It falls down, and then SpongeBob comes out with the dustpan. It's like, that's my boy, from the parents, and
Which I never realized that that's actually just Tom Kenny.
yeah,
Very obviously.
It is.
like
aged up.
I love how like they're pushing Mr. Krabs in his wheelbarrow of money.
Like, probably made from the salad bar.
Oh, he killed it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which, yeah, he's gonna make Squidward do the same performance every week so he can get pelted.
He's now the court jester.
I just think it's so funny, he's trying to bring culture to Bikini Bottom and then just
Literally someone pushing a mop. Or like sweep, or do you push a mop? Do you like,
yeah, you push him off.
okay, just
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, like someone pushing him off steals the show, and he's just like, you guys don't understand culture, but I mean, I guess culture's in the eye of the beholders, and they didn't like what he did, and they like what SpongeBob did, and that's what matters. Also, did you notice there's that one guy who's just wearing like a toupee?
He's like got the comb over from like the middle of his head, like
Yes.
his
It,
I
like,
noticed
kinda
him.
zoomed in on
I noticed him when Pearl was jumping around. I think he.
Well, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy who says "what the" as
Yeah.
like what is going on, and that's just Plankton, by the way. Awesome. That was good. That was culture shock, and everyone's happy except for Squidward. I think it's a really good episode. I got some good chuckles out of it.
It is, but I'm gonna be honest. This episode just primed me for the next one, and I hate to lead
Oh
it.
yeah.
But when I saw the title card for the next one, I was like, oh.
I know, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's get to most useless trivia, and then we can close things up, and we can.
Was there anything else you want to say about it
Oh yeah,
before
was
we
there?
do that?
Yeah, Michael. That's why I have Jenny here to.
No, I that was it. We hit all my notes. They're all checked.
You got all your check mark,
Yeah.
Jenny's.
Yep.
Oh
no, I have one more. I just like how at the very end of this episode, I think it's a really cool transition to like the end of the episode because everyone just starts throwing flowers to SpongeBob, and then the flowers just fill up the screen, and then like it fades to black.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's super cool. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
I really liked how they did that.
Well
was
done.
Forgot about that.
Clever.
Thank you. All right, so everyone, let's take 30 seconds. Let's take a look at the trivia. It's most useless trivia.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Probably not. Got mine. Wow, this one the trivia section here tells you which scenes have become memes. We haven't had
Yeah,
that.
it does. That's kind of. I wish they all had that.
Oh, we missed Gary's poetry replaced by other audio tracks. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
No, we did say that. We're like, Gary's a meme.
Well, then I forgot.
I guess I got mine.
Okay. Jenny, do you have yours?
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
During the talent show, the clock above the doors is not there.
Okay. That's a good
more of
one.
an error.
But
There's an entire section for errors. Let it be known that isn't there.
were you looking at error? So it's not in
No,
the error
it's
section?
under trivia.
So
That's
okay, that might be most useless trivia because there's an entire section for things like that. Guy who edited this. Mine is, or do you want to go next, Jenny?
No.
Okay, mine is this episode premiere on Dan Povenmire's 36th birthday.
Shout out Dan
To
Povenmire.
that guy, I'm about to go on his.
He wrote the campfire song.
That's cool.
Oh, I love
He
it.
worked on Rocco's Modern Life. Phineas and Ferb. teamed up with Jenny. He's one of the creators of Phineas and Ferb.
I was like, he looks so
That's Dr.
familiar.
That's
Oh,
Hey, he's one of them. I was like, I've seen him.
that's a pretty cool thing then.
It's funny.
he is.
I love
Yeah, he
it.
is.
Arts Evil Incorporated. Oh my god. That's just so dumb. I love it. Let's see. Jenny, what's your most useless piece of trivia?
In the French dub, the title card uses a different background.
So it's definitely
Why?
between Anthony's and Jenny's. I feel like mine at least had some connection to the show.
I like Anthony's.
You think Anthony takes it because it's
All right.
not even trivia? It's literally most useless trivia because it's not in the right section.
Yeah,
Congrats!
I win by. Yeah, all right,
By
cool.
default.
Da,
Congrats,
da, da,
Jenny.
da.
Almost like congrats, Jenny. Oops.
I guess I have to pass you the baton.
Wee
Oh,
woo.
baton.
You wouldn't know, Robert. You've never won one of these.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually wait. I'm curious. How many
I wonder how many you've won.
of all of us won? Because I feel like I've taken it at least once.
I think. Oh no, for sure. But I think Jenny is pretty good at. I think you're the reason why we started this.
Yeah, well, we were looking through the trivia section and just to fill time up one episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, we should do most useless trivia.
Yeah, because it started with the Canadian stuff.
That's right.
Wait, there was no Canadian this one.
Oh, is there no
Aw.
Canadian?
The guy slacked off. He's.
I didn't see it. I don't know when it aired in Canada, and I'm depressed because of it.
Well, if you scroll up in the air date section, it says, which is where it always should have been.
Is it finally there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always been there. That's the thing. That's why I was always so confused why the guy specifically put just Canadian in the trivia.
And then why it was only Canada. Like,
Oh man. Well,
Whoa, the air date in where's this? Poland was July 15th, 2008.
did they just not have SpongeBob before
wait,
then?
click. What's that one?
The last one. That's like.
Albania.
In
Oh.
Bangladesh. It
Whoa.
was in 2019.
Oh
Yo!
my god.
What's the conspiracy theory here? Has Nick only just gotten to like?
It's
I mean,
possible.
it's entirely possible. Yeah.
Bangladesh.
I gotta look this up. Bangladesh.
Exactly like 20
SpongeBob.
almost exactly 20 years after
Huh.
its original year.
All in.
It's all in
What-
Bengali.
Is that what they speak? Is that what they speak?
It says that's what it said in the subtitles.
Huh.
Duranto TV is a TV channel in Bangladesh for children. It commenced its full operation on October 2017. Let's see. The programming lineup features international content combined with local productions and foreign movies dubbed into Bengali, like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Huh.
So I
Ah,
guess it's entirely possible that, like, yeah, Nickelodeon just didn't
Get
like.
there until the last few years.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I watched a very interesting thing about Toon Disney and how it turned into Disney XD, and it's very interesting, like international, like how, like massive corporations just like take their shows and put them on TV elsewhere in the world.
yeah.
Like it's weird.
Yeah, like I mean the money making potential of older shows is absurd. Like you make 100 episodes of a show and then you can syndicate it and like
Yeah.
it's just you
My-
could just shop it anywhere.
My thing about this is, do people like? I mean, I feel like they have to know who SpongeBob is, right? Like in Bangladesh, like.
I'm
But I don't want
sure.
to be presumptive. Like, I don't want to be like, well, of course they know. When like, it's like, no, why would they? Like, I'm very curious what the
Aw.
deal is there.
What?
Oh, I hear a cat, and I love him.
Anthony, you're babysitting Christine's cat, right?
I am.
Because all of San Diego is on fire.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, so got to give this cat attention. It's an attention. I can't say that. It's an attention hog.
intention lover.
It's an
Yeah.
attention. No, you should just put Gary's meow right there.
There we go. Yeah, I'll find that. Yeah.
Cover up all of the cat's meows with Gary's meows.
Aw.
No, that's too much.
No, Christine will be happy to that Hollow has a cameo.
It's a black cat, right?
Yeah, short for Halloween.
Awesome. It's
Aw.
almost time,
I
man.
want to play with
Mhm.
the cat. I lost my cat 2 years ago on Halloween, so I'm always just like, I want my little kitty. He's
He
so
passed
fluffy.
away, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was so fluffy and black, and I rescued him, and he was like 2 or 3 weeks old. He was abandoned by his mom, so like literally bottle fed him, and he was like always such a feral cat. And then when he got older, he started like he just became such a little cuddle bug.
It really did.
Yeah, black cats are so underrated.
They're so
Everyone be
sweet.
nice to black cats.
Yeah, don't be a freaking weirdo and like
be mean to them.
Be mean to them on Halloween. I hate it.
I had 2 black cats, and they were like Robert. When we first started dating, Robert's kind of like, yeah, cats are okay, and like at the end of it, he was like running after them, like, come back here, I want to pet you.
Yeah, story of my life too.
Jenny's other cat, Skitty,
she acted like a dog pretty much.
Yeah, she was a very chillax cat who like would actively seek out like affection and pets from anyone who was around. So like pretty quickly after I started hanging out around that place, she was like, oh cool, are you near me? Will you pet my face? Like, are you? And I was like, oh, she loves me. And like Jenny was just like, that's just how she is with everybody. I'm like, but she's asking me for pets. And then after a while I was like, oh, she does that to the table.
You know,
like no joke.
I remember the first time Skitty jumped on his lap. He was like, "Take a picture!
There's a cat
She's
on
my
me."
lap!" Like he was so excited. It was adorable.
Anyway, guys,
it's work.
So somehow this has been Bikini Bottom Radio. Thank you so much for listening. We're trying to stick to a regular schedule. Is this going up tomorrow, Anthony? Probably not. Or Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, well then, happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day if you're listening to this.
Everyone try not to do any labor.
That's the point of the holiday. And also stay safe. It's still crazy times. Remember to vote, I guess. Let's see.
If you can.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the Philippines. Love you guys.
What?
Because they were all... Because they're the ones who kept liking our page.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
Anthony, you want to bring that up? Because Jenny said that with no explanation. I had the most confusion in my eyes. Can you explain that, Anthony?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
For some reason, over the past, like, month or something, our Facebook page, which is dead, like, almost doubled, maybe even tripled in likes, and they're all Filipino people. So shout out to Filipinos out there who like our show. I know my girlfriend's Filipino, and she says that SpongeBob is huge there. So, I mean, yeah.
Awesome.
So, we're big in the Philippines, apparently. Everyone, thank you.
Yep, sorry. Didn't mean to
just be like, weird. Just thank you, Philippines. I was like, and why?
Thank you for your lumpia. It's delicious.
It is. Oh, man. All right. But for real, thank you, everyone, for listening. You can stay safe this Labor Day weekend. You can find us, Bikini Bottom Radio, on Facebook, and no matter where you're from, Bikini Bottom Radio. Twitter, we're @Bikini Radio. But if you search Bikini Bottom Radio, I'm sure you'll find us. We're BikiniBottomRadio@gmail.com. Bikini Bottom Radio on Instagram. That's Anthony's girlfriend's cat again. I heard it.
So cute.
Let's see. Is there anything else I need to plug? We're on Patreon. Anything else that's happening, Anthony?
No.
Actually, I think are we coming up on 2 years of this?
Yes.
October, I think.
October.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, man, we have to have an actual Sponge-tacular.
Sponge-tacular.
Unlike what we did last year, where I think we just kind of published a, hooray, we did it. Let's actually record something this year.
I'm down.
I think fun would be a good one.
Well, actually, Anthony, real quickly, look up when the first episode 8th. October 8th?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could do like a buffer episode between then and then put out a 2-year anniversary show with fun.
Or we could do like a SpongeBob, like the SpongeBob party episode or something.
That's true.
We'll figure it out. If you guys have any ideas, you can always let us know.
Yes, let us know, please. As I've said before, we will get back to you if you email us or contact us in any way. We don't get a lot of communication in, but you could make that change.
Yeah. We're like your professors in college. Please see us. We're so alone.
Please, we have office hours.
Go to office hours if you can.
Please.
My biggest regret in every class that I didn't do well in was not going to office hours. They're there. You're paying for it.
Make yourself known.
All right.
All right.
So that's the end of that episode. Next time, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be covering Season 1, Episode 10B, fun. A big one, guys.
Huge.
So we look forward to covering it. We're super excited to get there. And it's taken us 2 years to get 20 episodes into season 1. So thank you for bearing with us.
A bit more.
A little bit,
Because we skipped around a bit.
We have
for some-
this will be our 25th episode.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, I'm bad at math. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Have fun under the sea. Did we ever have a outro?
We did have an outro, but it's long since forgotten.
To the sands of time. Later.